Wildfires are a natural part of many ecosystems. They play a crucial role in maintaining the health of certain environments by clearing out dead vegetation and promoting new growth. However, the frequency and intensity of these fires are changing dramatically. We are witnessing a disturbing trend. Over the past few decades, the number of wildfires has increased significantly. This is not just a local issue, but a global one, affecting forests, grasslands, and even urban areas. Wildfires are becoming more frequent and more intense. The flames are more ferocious, the damage more extensive, and the recovery time much longer. This is a clear indication that something is fundamentally changing in our environment. This increase in fire activity is particularly alarming in places like Southern California. Known for its dry climate and strong winds, this region has always been susceptible to wildfires. But now, the situation is becoming increasingly dire. These areas are already prone to wildfires. The dry, brush-filled landscapes act as perfect fuel for the fires, making them spread rapidly and uncontrollably. The consequences are devastating, both for the environment and the communities living there. Climate change is a key driver of this dangerous trend. Rising global temperatures, prolonged droughts, and changing weather patterns are creating the perfect conditions for wildfires to ignite and spread. The science is clear. As our planet warms, the risk of wildfires increases. As our planet warms, conditions become ripe for wildfires to ignite and spread at an unprecedented scale. The dry, hot conditions in forests and other areas are a direct result of climate change, making it easier for fires to start and harder to control them. We must understand this link between climate change and wildfires. It's not just about the immediate damage caused by the fires, but also about the long-term impact on our planet's health. The more we understand, the better we can prepare and mitigate these risks. Our actions today will determine the fate of our planet and our future. By taking steps to combat climate change, we can reduce the risk of wildfires and protect our environment for future generations. It's a collective effort that requires immediate and sustained action. Wildfires are uncontrolled fires that spread rapidly through vegetation. They are ignited by various sources. Lightning strikes are natural causes. However, human activities are often responsible. These include accidental or intentional acts. Dry vegetation acts as fuel for wildfires. Wind carries embers, spreading the fire far and wide. Wildfires can happen anywhere vegetation grows. They pose a significant threat to human lives, property, and the natural world. Climate change is exacerbating the factors that contribute to wildfires. Rising temperatures lead to drier vegetation. This creates ideal conditions for wildfires to start and spread. Prolonged droughts further worsen the situation. Stronger winds, often associated with climate change, fan the flames of wildfires. They cause them to spread more rapidly and unpredictably. The link between climate change and wildfire is undeniable. It requires our urgent attention and action. The devastating wildfires in recent years, such as those in the Palisades, Los Angeles, and Australia, offer a glimpse into the future. The 2020 Australian bushfires burned over 46 million acres. They caused widespread ecological damage and loss of life. The increasing frequency and intensity of such events underscore the urgent need for action. These are not isolated incidents. They represent a global trend driven by climate change. Wildfires have devastating consequences for human health and communities. They cause respiratory problems due to smoke inhalation. They displace communities from their homes. The economic costs are equally significant. Wildfires destroy property, infrastructure, and livelihoods. The impact on mental health can be profound, leading to trauma and displacement. These consequences are felt most acutely by vulnerable communities. How to turn the tide: prevention and mitigation. Addressing the wildfire crisis requires a two-pronged approach: prevention and mitigation. Prevention focuses on reducing the risk of wildfires. This includes managing vegetation, creating fire breaks, and enforcing fire safety regulations. Mitigation involves minimizing the impact of wildfires once they occur. This includes early detection systems, rapid response teams, and community preparedness plans. We must invest in both prevention and mitigation strategies to protect our communities. Small steps, big impact, what you can do. While the scale of the problem may seem daunting, there are steps individuals can take to make a difference. It starts with awareness and understanding the impact of our daily choices. By educating ourselves and others, we can foster a culture of environmental responsibility. Simple actions can collectively have a significant impact. Volunteering for local environmental projects, such as tree planting and community cleanups, can help restore natural habitats and improve air quality. Recycling and reducing waste are also crucial steps. Reducing our carbon footprint is crucial. This means being mindful of our energy consumption and making efforts to minimize it. The devastating effects of wildfires and poor air quality highlight the urgency of taking action. This includes using energy-efficient appliances, which not only save money, but also reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Installing solar panels on our homes can further decrease our reliance on fossil fuels. Reducing our reliance on cars is another effective measure. Opting for public transportation, carpooling, biking or walking can significantly cut down on emissions. Electric vehicles are also a cleaner alternative to traditional gasoline-powered cars. Supporting renewable energy sources is essential. Wind, solar, and other renewable energies provide sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. By advocating for and investing in these technologies, we can help drive the transition to a greener future. We can also support policies that promote sustainability and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Engaging in activism, voting for environmentally conscious leaders, and participating in community discussions can influence positive change. Every action counts in the fight against climate change. Whether it's a small personal change or a larger community effort, each step brings us closer to a healthier planet. Sharing our efforts on social media can inspire others to join the cause. By working together, we can create a safer and more sustainable future. Our collective efforts can ensure that future generations inherit a world where they can thrive and enjoy the beauty of nature. A future free from fire? The increasing threat of wildfires is a stark reminder of the urgency of climate change. The future we face is uncertain, but our actions today will determine its course. While we cannot eliminate wildfires entirely, we can mitigate their impact. By addressing climate change and investing in prevention and mitigation strategies, we can create a future where wildfires are less frequent, less intense, and less destructive. A call to action. The time for complacency is over. Wildfires are becoming more frequent and more intense, devastating communities, wildlife, and natural landscapes. The destruction they leave in their wake is a stark reminder of the urgent need for action. We can no longer afford to sit idly by as our planet burns. The climate crisis is here, and it demands our immediate attention and response. We must act now to address the climate crisis and mitigate the threat of wildfires. This is not just a call to action for governments and policymakers, but for every individual. Each of us has a role to play in reducing our carbon footprint and supporting sustainable practices. From the firefighters on the front lines to the volunteers providing relief, to the officials crafting policies, every effort counts. This requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, and governments. We must come together to create a unified front against the climate crisis. Community action meetings, tree planting initiatives, and policy agreements are all steps in the right direction. By working together, we can amplify our impact and drive meaningful change. We must transition to a low-carbon economy. This means embracing renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. It means investing in technologies that reduce emissions and promote sustainability. By shifting away from fossil fuels and towards cleaner energy, we can significantly reduce our impact on the environment. We must invest in renewable energy. Building solar power plants, wind farms, and hydroelectric dams are crucial steps in this transition. These projects not only provide clean energy, but also create jobs and stimulate economic growth. Investing in renewable energy is an investment in our future, ensuring a healthier planet for generations to come. We must protect our forests. Forests are vital to our planet's health, acting as carbon sinks and providing habitat for countless species. Reforestation efforts and the protection of existing forests are essential in combating climate change. Forest rangers and conservationists play a critical role in these efforts, ensuring that our forests remain healthy and resilient. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come depends on the choices we make today. By taking action now, we can preserve the beauty and diversity of our natural world. We owe it to our children and grandchildren to leave behind a planet that is thriving and full of life. Let us choose a path of action, a path of hope, and a path towards a future where wildfires no longer pose an existential threat. By coming together and committing to change, we can create a world where our forests are safe, our air is clean, and our communities are resilient. The power to make a difference is in our hands. The time for change is now. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos on climate solutions, and share this video to spread the word. Together we can work towards a fire-free future, one where we can face the flames without fear.